Something crazy just happened in the Jujutsu Kaisen anime. Nobara had her face exploded by Mahito. Now, I know that you just can't wait to figure out whether or not she actually died in this since you clicked on this video, so let's jump right into it. As is obvious, manga spoilers are ahead, so beware. Okay, so Nobara's whole backstory was just given, followed by a scene of Mahito exploding Nobara's face right in front of Yuji. This would normally mean that the character is instantly dead and the plot would just move on without them. Well, the second half of that happens, but you should be happy to know that Nobara's fate is still up in the air in the manga. We just don't know what happened to her. Now, I've studied this topic like I was studying for a college exam. I literally have 3 other videos on this topic, so I think I can make an educated guess on what actually happened. So, right after the head explosion scene, Yuji continues fighting with Mahito, and I'll let y'all figure out how that goes on your own. Todo arrives on scene to help out his best friend Yuji in his fight against Mahito, and he brings along Arata Nita, a first-year student at Kyoto High. His curse technique is known as Painkiller. It has the ability to freeze wounds as they are, like not actually in ice, but in time, kinda. Basically, if I were to cut myself open and start bleeding profusely, Arata could use this technique to freeze my wound in time, and it would stop bleeding and the pain would subside. He uses this technique on Yuji so that he can keep fighting against Mahito, but he also uses the technique on Nobara. He says that she no longer has a pulse and she stopped breathing, but since he got to her so quickly after she was wounded, there's a good chance she might survive. Actually, he doesn't say good chance, he says there's actually a very little chance, but I'm trying to be optimistic here. He takes her from the battlefield, and that's the last we see of her for a long time. Now, he said she literally doesn't have a pulse and isn't breathing anymore, so there's a good chance she's just dead, right? Well, I would actually like to disagree. While Nita's technique is great, it would have been even better if he could use reverse curse technique. See, reverse curse technique is probably the hardest technique for any sorcerer to master, and for good reason. It requires a sorcerer to completely understand the core and essence of cursed energy, and to multiply cursed energy by cursed energy, which are both negatively charged, to get positively charged reverse cursed energy. This positive energy heals the human body even from the brink of death. If you remember, Gojo was stabbed through the neck and repeatedly throughout his entire body by Toji. While he was lying there almost, if not dead, he was able to grasp the core of cursed energy and learn reverse cursed energy. He used this reverse curse technique to heal his entire body. He stated that he was only able to do this because Toji didn't cut his neck off. Now, how does all of this relate back to Nobara? Well, she was frozen in a state of basically death, but if her mind was able to work behind the scenes and learn reverse curse technique, then she could very much be alive. Her head is still connected to her body, so, you know, she could actually do this. And since her technique revolves around touching souls through her resonance technique, she should have kind of a good grasp on the essence of cursed energy as it is. Even if Nobara herself was not able to learn to use reverse curse technique in her near-death state, Shoko is one of the best reverse curse technique users in the entire world. Shoko was the 3rd student in the group with Gojo and Geto, and she was the medic and the one who was there when Yuji revived himself and stuff like that. Anyway, unlike literally every other sorcerer in Jujutsu Kaisen that we have seen use reverse curse technique, Shoko has mastered it to a level that she can use it on other people. There's a great chance that Nita took Nobara's body straight to Shoko because Shoko was set up in Shibuya to heal sorcerers on the battlefield. Anyway, that's how I think Nobara survived. Now it's time for evidence that agrees with this theory. The next time Nobara is mentioned in literally any capacity, it's nearly 30 chapters later in 155. During a mission to retrieve Kenji Hikari so he can help them fight against the bad guys, Panda and Megumi start talking about Nobara's curse technique. Panda's talking about the higher-ups in Jujutsu society and how they like conventional Jujutsu techniques that are easy to understand, just like Nobara's. This is really the only mention here, but Panda uses the present tense as if she's still alive to talk about Nobara. Like, he doesn't say like her technique was or anything like that, so it may be a hint, right? Again, we don't hear from Nobara for another 80 or so chapters, and even then when we do hear from her, we don't actually hear from her. It's me making inferences. Now, some serious spoilers are coming up ahead, so if you don't want the entire Jujutsu Kaisen story spoiled for you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and head out until the next one. Now, in chapter 236, we're confronted with a horrible situation. Gojo has lost his battle off screen to Sukuna, and he's dead. In his afterlife, Gojo is in an airport terminal with all of those around him that have died. I do mean literally everyone we've seen him interact with that we know for a fact is dead is there. Geto is there, which it's very heartwarming to see their reunion, but anyway, Yuhabara is also there, Nanami is there, Riko Amanai and her caretaker Misato are there, Principal Yaga is there, and even Toji is there. Guess who is missing? Nobara. You might say,
well, everyone here is from Gojo's past arc, so it wouldn't really make sense for her to be there anyway, right?
To that, I might say, sure, that's not wrong in the slightest.
What?
At the same time, the only people that are close to Gojo that are confirmed dead are from his past arc. Nobara was never confirmed dead. Whether the fact that she's not present in this scene is because she's not from his past arc or if it's because she's not dead, nobody can say for sure. To that, I say great job, Mr. Akutami. You have created one of the greatest mysteries in all of shonen history. It's really not that big of a mystery, but it's a big deal to me. So now you know how I feel about Nobara dying or not, but to fully understand Jujutsu Kaisen, you really need to check out this video talking about Yuji, because that's going to explain why Nobara caught the stray from Mahito in the first place. Check out this video linked on screen for that. Please subscribe for more, and until next time, peace.